Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of my Moon Signs of the Zodiac series. In this episode I'm going to be talking about what it means if you or someone that you know has their moon in the sign of Sagittarius in their birth chart. Now, to first understand what Sagittarius moon means, we have to understand what the moon means. Moon represents a person's emotional nature, emotional needs, so it's what they require to feel safe, secure and steady and comfortable. And that's going to look like very different things depending on the individual. We all have different emotional needs and requirements. It's a person's instinctive reactions and nature, like it's just how you automatically respond on an emotional level to stimuli, to life events, to other people. It's also representative of just the person inside in general, and I would say it represents the person, the self, probably more in a way. You're probably going to find that you'd relate to your moon sign more than your sun sign, just because the sun sign is probably more visible to other people, to be honest. Like other people looking at you might be able to see your sun sign a bit more, because the sun is, it's how people view you in the world, where you're showing up, how you're showing up in the world. And it's what you do, but the moon is really who you are and how you feel. Really, it's more who you are rather than what you do. It's about what's going on inside. It's all about what's inside. It's the heart, it's the mind. And it also represents the mother, the relationship and experiences you had with the mother growing up. Doesn't have to be your mum. It could also be any parent or any caregiver. And typically it represents her nature or their nature because of observing, noticing how they might handle stress and challenges and difficulty, what they require to feel relaxed, what their emotional needs and emotional nature is. And that is kind of inherited by the individual and becomes their moon nature. So we can say that the moon really represents a person's emotional core. And it's going to be something that's more obvious to people who really are close to you, family, friends, partners. Some people, a lot of astrologers will say, like, people don't see your moon sign unless they're close to you. They'll see your sun sign, and they'll only see your moon sign if they're very close to you. I don't really ascribe to that belief, because I feel that the moon sign is such an integral part of who you are that it affects everything that you do, even if it's in a small way. Everything that you do is affected with the moon sign. It just might be less, well, it is less obvious to people who aren't close to you. It definitely is, but it still affects everything. But people who are really close to you, they're going to see that more. The moon also represents home life and who you are, like when you come back home in the day. And the sun is more external, like what's going on outside of the home. So now that we know what the moon represents for a person, we have to look at what Sagittarius represents for a person. Well, Sagittarius is a fire sign. Okay, so it's about, it was warm, heat, expression, creativity, and it's a mutable sign as well. So we got cardinal signs, fixed signs, and mutable signs. So because it's mutable, that means this is a sign that is changeable, adaptable. It's not fixed. This isn't a stubborn energy. This isn't a very fixed energy. This really plays into Sagittarius, because this is what gives Sagittarius its freedom-loving qualities. Fire and mutable, we're seeing passion and we're seeing ability to change and a desire to be adaptable. So we're seeing a lot of passion and freedom-loving energy here already. Now, it's ruled by the planet of Jupiter, and the planet of Jupiter is considered to be the most benefic and best planet, the best planet in the sky. Not really the best planet. It's the planet that's most seen as good luck. It provides good luck, growth, expansion. It's associated with spirituality and anything lofty, like goals and aspirations and just growth. You know, Jupiter is a massive planet. It's a gas giant, and it's the largest body in our solar system outside of the sun. So it's all about growth, expansion, and all things big, you know. So fire, freedom, mutable, and Jupiter, you know, growth, expansive energy. So we're seeing a clear theme here with Sagittarius, you know. It's also at home in the ninth house. It's the ninth zodiac sign, and the ninth house is all about higher learning, philosophy, religion, spirituality, long distance travel, discovery of the self, discovery of the world, expanding your horizons. Now, horizon, that is a word that comes up when I think of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about what's over the horizon, what's new, what can I learn, what can I see and experience that I've not done before. And typically that's going to happen in an independent way. Sagittarius marches to the beat of their own drum and is super independent, you know, because it's got that freedom and that expansive energy. It's not about being locked into routine and being super involved and dependent on other people and stuff. Sagittarius is like, I've got an idea, I've got a vision, I've got a passion, and I'm going to do it. So Sagittarius is really like that. It's also represented by the centaur and the archer. So it's associated with the centaur, which is a half man, half horse with a bow and arrow, firing an arrow into the sky or into the sun. You know, there's an animal-like quality here, but there's also the element of man, so higher intellectual capabilities and passion and independence. So this is all what Sagittarius is. So what does it mean when the person's moon emotional requirements and nature are in the sign of Sagittarius? Well, this is a person that really values freedom and independence above basically anything. Now, this is a super freedom-loving person, independent person. This is someone who doesn't need company, really. I mean, they love company, they love people, but they don't need it. They're happy to go off and do their own thing, be on their own. They could probably spend days, maybe even weeks on their own. They could be into working jobs where they work on their own, study. They might travel a lot on their own as well. Solo traveling is something that comes up a lot with Sagittarius. So they have these aspirations and ideas and dreams, and they're generally realized, and they happen like on their own as an individual. I would say there's a youthful quality to Sagittarius moon. And say Jupiter brings in optimism, and because it's mutable and it's fire, there's creativity and self-expression there as well. And that mutable energy, it stops the person from being stagnant and too fixed or stubborn to change things up. Like, this person will maybe get really good at honing a certain skill or a craft or like a job or whatever, and then one day they're like, no, I'm over it, I've mastered that, I'm good at it. Why would I want to keep doing it when I could learn something that I don't know? So Sagittarius is all about discovering what they don't know. And I think when they get too comfortable and too good at something, or they're too knowledgeable about something, or something is just too easy, or there's nothing left to learn, they'll be like, okay, well, let's go on to the next thing. So Sagittarius is very much like a researcher of what they don't already know. And they have faith that they can achieve things as well. They really believe. They have that faith that if they are to do a new frontier, go somewhere they haven't been before, try something they haven't done, there's a certain belief and energy that really helps them manifest and work toward that. Like, they really believe, and that is a wonderful gift for them. Like, I would say something Sagittarius moon is good at is kind of making things happen, because they naturally believe that things are possible. They're generally going to find it much easier than other moon signs to believe, and that's going to really help them. So yeah, I would say they are associated with the positivity and stuff. I spoke about earlier marching to the beat of their own drum. I think I did. So yeah, independent. They might have different ideas, and from the people around them, they don't like. I would say Sagittarius men, like, they quite like to be different, not for a superficial reason, as it, they genuinely they want to do things that other people haven't done, and they're not traditional. Like, this is not one of the more traditional moon signs. They're a bit quirkier, like they're kind of quirky, a little bit avant-garde, a little bit like different like that. They want to explore what people don't know and what nobody has told them. So that means maybe going off in a path that is less traditional. Not always the case, but often. And yeah, so like I'm saying, these people are very creative. They might be, yeah, just like I would say, like they like to bring in new knowledge and new ideas, new creativity, and make something of that. I would say, like, because they're self-expressive and they have a desire to express themselves. And there's something that I really like about Sagittarius moon, and that's that these are very honest people. Sagittarius is very honest, and Sagittarius is not known for being a good liar or being political and being careful or sneaky. They could be a bit of a bull in a china shop kind of thing. Like Sagittarius, if someone has a lot of Sagittarius elements in their chart, like maybe they're Sagittarius sun, rising, moon, they're probably going to tell you the truth, like whether whether it hurts or not, or whether you'd like to hear it or not. They're just going to be like, say what's on their mind, say what they feel. Like they're not really going to have too much of a filter there, and it's because they'd rather just like be honest. And I think they can't help that as well. Like, there's just something so honest, and because Sagittarius is all about the truth, seeking the truth and expressing their own truth. And so they're not so good at like having a poker face and being political or being sneaky or whatever. They're just whatever they're thinking, feeling, whatever is going to come out, really. I think so. So they don't want to be locked into a routine or anything like that. They hate having like obligations and like, I gotta be here at a certain time, and I got like, so they really don't like that at all. They really don't. And it can make them maybe nervous or agitated or annoyed. Like, so they want to kind of like show up when they want to show up and be where they want to be and do what they want to do and have the freedom to do that. And it doesn't really work for them too well when they just don't have any freedom whatsoever and they're super restricted, like that. They find that very difficult. So yeah, they're going to have that freedom to just do their own thing. I would say relationships or whatever, they're going to need a lot of space and a lot of time on their own. And people are just going to have to understand friends as well. Like, like this person, they kind of do their own thing. Like, doesn't mean they don't care about you if like they maybe aren't the most good at timekeeping, or maybe they cancel plans last minute, or they rearrange things, or whatever. It's just how they are. It's like, well, they need that freedom to change their mind. They need that freedom to do things different and not be locked into a plan. They hate that, So yeah, these people, good at giving advice, I would say, because of their honesty, and they have a real philosophical and spiritual streak as well. And if they're not like that themselves, the chances are their mum was like that, spiritual person, religious, and it's probably in there somewhere. But there is a kind of philosophical and spiritual connotation with Sagittarius moon, like there absolutely is. So this person, they might be very good at giving advice, and they are not only honest with other people, they're probably honest with themselves as well, very honest with themselves, not afraid to experience emotions, feel things. They're a fire sign. They don't mind that. They don't mind being honest, and they're comfortable with it. They're probably not the kind of people that would be like super stubborn. Like, they probably express themselves. Yeah, Sagittarius moon express themselves quite freely and understand that other people do that too. And yeah, there could be maybe like these people they're not argumentative people, but like if there is some sort of argument or conflict, like it would be like resolved very quickly because it'd just be so much honesty and it'd happen so fast and be like, this is what I think and this is what you think and there might be a bit of, it's a fire moon, so either, you know, there's heat there, but once things are said and done, you're like, okay, cool, I'm over it now. We're better for it because I know how you think and you know how I think. So I would say this is similar to Aries moon, like because it's heat, fire, and emotions. There is that expression and stuff like that, and that can come out a little bit fiery, but it's like it doesn't linger. It's not like water. It's not a fixed sign either. It's mutable fire, so it's like things are moved on from very quickly, I feel, with Sagittarius moon. And yeah, another trait as well as Sagittarius moon is because it's Jupiter ruled, there's a real joviality to this person. Like I think the Sagittarius people are kind of funny, like because they're a bit quirky and they're honest and they're maybe not like super, like I'm saying, like careful, discreet, like controlled people. They're kind of funny, and there's something slightly goofy as well about Sagittarius energy, I think, that is just so uniquely honest and independent, you know. So one of those ways that can manifest is people might be very funny. They also might use humor to not navigate their emotions, like regulate their emotions, or like if something's really sad, like they could laugh about it, you know, like, oh, that's something's like really like dark humor, gallows humor. If something is, yeah, like really messed up as well, like they could just laugh, like it's like makes it easier, like it's funny. Like if you can laugh at the absurdities of life or whatever, then you'll have an easier time dealing with it. So Sagittarius moon, from what I've seen, yeah, that is a thing. Like they'll laugh at like things as a way of like making things like lighter, you know. And it actually does work. Like if you're around a Sagittarius moon and there, you know, there is something difficult or hard or whatever, like there can be that humor that comes in there, and it just helps make things better, you know. And it's a very Jupiterian fire energy, you know, that they're bringing. So that's definitely something that I've noticed. But yeah, I mean, and that's really it for the Sagittarius moon. These people are, just to reiterate, yeah, super freedom loving, need their independence. Don't lock them down to a routine and obligations and make them feel super pressured. Like they won't like that. These people are fun, expressive, honest, warm, and yeah, like creative and funny people, you know. So yeah, anyway, that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye for now.